Hello guys, this is going to be a follow-up on my tweaks to docm's farm because there have been a lot of comments and I don't know, we'll just look over it, okay? Because it shouldn't be that hard. I'm serious, like I'm really just confuzzled because you can see everything in that video. You could probably see everything in my video. But in case it's not clear, we're gonna go over it just a little bit. So this zombie is 3 blocks down and it's on this block. Okay, this is the middle of the other thing. The trapdoor does not need to be like at the zombie's head height because the zombie cannot jump out with the trapdoor above it. It is too big. So now we got that out of the way. The zombie, in fact, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 blocks away from the villager, and this is with the entities sending end to end. So if you think about it this way, this is where the entities are by the gold block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where you place the block where they stand on. And in this part, you get a cauldron. Place it on there. And this part, you get a trap door. Place it on there because that's where the villagers are going to stand. And this is where the zombie's going to stand. So it's 6 blocks apart. And here's a trick for placing the beds. So let's get some beds out as well. Get a block here, lock here. We make this little diamond here, and then we just place it like this. And remove the blocks underneath because you don't need them. And there we go, the beds are facing like that. As you can see, they are spawning, so sorry about that. And the composter is on top with the 2 bed heads right here. And another composter is at the level of the trapdoor. And there's a full block here, and there's a half block here. Half block, this half slab is actually on the top half of a full block. And then we got carpets on these blocks and a trapdoor here so they don't just move around. And after that, this is actually on the same level as the half slabs. As the bottom slab above this, so you could just right click and you'll place it at the level you need. The reason why we place this stone slab is because the iron golem might detect this trapdoor here and spawn there. Then we just place a glowstone on top like that, and then we got our little cap for the light as well. That's all we need. That's really all we need. I don't know if we can remove this block, but I'm not gonna test it out because to me I think the villagers won't detect that they can drop to trapdoors, which is why you have the block there, but we'll just keep it there just in case. And they're waterlogged so that they are constantly swimming up and down, as you can see. And what we need to see here is that another thing is that this water is asymmetrical. As you can see, get a water bucket. And they're flowing away, they're flowing parallel to the villagers. So you can see they are spawning here. If we just do this, there's dead spot in the middle. So you just need to place it on one side, doesn't matter which side you place it on. Another strip of water. And that's all. That has to be it. And right here, you can shorten this by a little. If you wanted to make this smaller, you can have some signs here to block the water flow into this. But you can basically make the sides here because they only flow parallel here. So if you make a side here and a side there, you can place water like 8 blocks apart so you don't have to place signs. But there's a whole lot more volume you have to fill. But in the end, this is just the regular iron farm design. So if you see these corners here, you basically don't place any source blocks in these corners. You place them everywhere else. Then you place one source block up there, so it flows out. And the iron golems are large enough to feel the effects of the water everywhere. But this is from the old designs, and it still works because it covers more area than you need. But if you really want to make it smaller, you can make it smaller because they only fall. You also have to judge the distance as well, because the longer the time they stay in the air, the longer they can move. It's just simple math, simple physics. So however far you want them to drop, you should make this make the streams a bit wider, just to accompany that, so that they don't just fall on the side here. And make sure that they fall an adequate amount of blocks so that they're not detected within the villagers' village range, so that they're not saying, oh, there's already an iron golem here, so we don't need another one. And the zombie should do nothing. All that matters is that the villagers are able to see the zombie. And there has to be a day passed, right? You have to be in these chunks loading these guys up for a day. Mainly because you need them to work and sleep. So for a full day, that's 20 minutes, I think. The day and night cycle, they will start, if you start during the day, you'll complete it during the night, because as you saw, that villager will just sleep in a bed, hop right back in. And this is what they're supposed to do, this is what they're supposed to act like. And if you go to sleep right away, some of these villagers aren't able to sleep. So that might affect your rates as well, because these villagers aren't actually sleeping, and you just slept through the night without them being able to reset their sleep timers. So you have to make sure that you don't just sleep off the night on the first night. You wait, and yeah, that's pretty much it. They can reach all these composters judged by their hats, because if they couldn't reach these composters or their workstations, they would not have these hats on. They would be undefined villagers. They would be jobless. And we choose composters because they are transparent, which means when the villager's head clips through them, they don't actually take any damage. And yeah, pretty much it. Let's watch for another minute to see if any other fall, because this is super simple. I don't know. I can't understand, like, why people are having so much trouble with it. As you can see, Iron Golem pass. Since they spawn every 30 seconds, you can tell that if an Iron Golem spawns before the span of 30 seconds, that these two modules are working. If an Iron Golem spawns every 30 seconds, just one. That means only one of the modules is working, and you've got to figure out why. But just go over the tips that I've said here, just because it should be super simple. Okay? As you can see, working fine. This is in 1.15. See, in the top left corner. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy. You just kind of, I recommend a lot of things here, and as you can see, one just dropped there. But this is the simple setup for the killing chamber. It's basically the same as the old style ones. There's two of them here, and they're cracking because 1.15. And as you can see, stop saying as you can see. But yeah, this is just from 2 days worth of just sitting over here. And it started the previous night, which means, yeah, that's a lot of iron. For this much work, for how much simple this is, it is worth it. Definitely worth it. And you're gonna name tag it or give it a block to hold. If it can hold some iron, then that'd be great. That'd be fun. That'd be thematic. Ah, no. Not gonna do that, are you? Well, happy iron farming. See you guys next time. Bye bye.